Yes, sir. C-SPAN, second place nationally.
Okay.
But I'm also proud of the opportunity to create an ACT tips guide at Ramsey to tutor other students and score high. And so a story that most people don't know about me is that I took the ACT a total of 10 times.
Wow.
But on my first time, I scored a 27. On my fourth, I scored a 30. And on my fifth, I scored a 33. But I kept taking it to make sure that I had tips for others to learn about. And so with that, I was able to create an ACT tips guide for about 5 to 7 tips per subject that could be implemented as if you were taking the test tomorrow.
So so you took the test 10 times. What did you notice that kept repeating itself that you could write a tip out for?
I noticed that it was really small things such as you should always choose who and never whom. And then I also noticed that at a certain point it becomes about strategy making.
Okay, outstanding. So what about you? 4 years of high school at Carver High School, what are you most proud of?
I'm most proud of achieving this goal to become the valedictorian.
Wow, was that your goal from 9th grade?
It wasn't until my 10th grade.
Okay.
Yes, I worked the past 3 years on this goal. I took a lot of dual enrollment classes and AP classes to be able to achieve this goal.
So let me ask, I'm gonna start with you. If you could go back in time, or not go back in time, if you could talk to a student who is in the 8th grade now, who is going to the 9th grade at Carver High School, what advice would you give that student?
I will tell them to never give up, to always make it possible, make anything possible to be able to achieve your goal, and don't ever let anything limit yourself. Even if opportunities close at you, to not let that stop you from achieving your goal, from meeting your purpose.
So you got to persevere and keep moving forward. What about you, sir? If you could talk to a student who was got their acceptance letter for Ramsey, and they're going to be in the 9th grade at Ramsey next year, what advice would you give?
One piece of advice I would give them is to take life one step at a time, but always enter every door with your best foot forward. And so I noticed that in my time at Ramsey that I was able to maximize on each and every opportunity because I remain thankful, grateful for every new connection, opportunity, and anybody that I met.
Now, both of you started your 9th grade year in 2021, right? And 2021, as a school district, we were virtual for a part of the time, then we went blended for a part of the time, then we went back virtual, and then by that summer, we were full-time in school full-time. So what would be probably one of the things that you learned about yourself during the pandemic?
One of the things I learned about myself is that I can be
It's okay. I mean, think about this. You just talked to me about what advice you would give to a student going into Carver High School. And you guys have done something that nobody in the whole world who is living has done. And the last time we had a pandemic was in the early 1900s. So you guys started school off with a pandemic, and now you sit here as the valedictorian for Carver High School. So what did you learn?
During my freshman year, I learned that even if COVID was an obstacle, that didn't stop me from succeeding. And I always took my classes since freshman, I always took my classes very seriously. Even though we were online, I took them very seriously. And that led me to being able to be the first class rank of my class.
That's amazing. So you're saying that, even if you're taking classes in person or virtually, always do your best. That's outstanding. What about you, young man? What did you learn? What one thing could you pull from the pandemic that you can say, okay, I'm going to take this into the future because it's a lesson I've learned?
So one lesson that I learned in the pandemic was perseverance.
There you go.
And so for me, it was about being faced with death. And so not a lot of people know about this, but actually in 2021, my grandmother passed away in April due to COVID-19.
Wow.
And so it was kind of like, with the pandemic, you went from hugging your family members one week to seeing them on a ventilator the next.
Wow.
And so from that opportunity, I was able to see that I needed to capitalize on what I had at that moment as well as what I could do in the future. And so by the summertime, I was actually a national panelist for the Close Up Communities Respond program about COVID-19 policy and how it's affecting younger generations.
Wow, that's really impressive. Like I said, I don't know if I could go back and be a freshman in high school and manage through the pandemic like you guys have done. It's really impressive, not just you two as the valedictorians, but also as students in general who went through this. I'm Dr. Mark Sullivan. I had a wonderful conversation, as you can tell, with some amazing graduates of Birmingham City Schools. We know that in Birmingham City Schools, we always say success starts here. These are two examples of the success that we have in Birmingham City Schools.
Scholars in Birmingham City Schools get the tools and support they need for success every day. Educators encourage students from pre-kindergarten to high school to reach their highest potential. I'm Corey Cunningham, a Milken Award winner for 2023. It's exciting to collaborate with educators to help guide students. Today, thousands of BCS scholars are in classrooms and labs or working on engaging projects to boost their learning. Tomorrow, our students will be the leaders of Birmingham, Alabama, and the world.
Birmingham City Schools, success starts here. I'm Dr. Mark Sullivan, Superintendent of Birmingham City Schools, and we are here at the historic Sloss Furnace, and I'm here with two outstanding students in Birmingham City Schools. These are the salutatorians from Ramsey High School and the salutatorian from Carver High School for the class of 2024. We are proud of all of our graduates. We want to stop and pause and just give a special shout out or a special thanks to the great graduates that we have who are valedictorians and salutatorians. So we're going to go ahead and get started. So tell us a little bit about yourself and what are your plans for the future?
I'm Michaela Gibbons. I'm the salutatorian for George Washington Carver High School. I am in the Engineering Academy and I plan to attend a 4-year college and major in engineering.
Wow. What about you, young man?
Yes, sir. So my name is Charles Shelton. I'm the salutatorian for the Ramsey Ivy High School. And I'm also in the Engineering Academy where I plan to take that further and pursue engineering.
I think it's really coincidental, or maybe I'm searching for another word, that you guys are both wanting to be engineers and you both made it to the top of your class. Do you think that there's some correlation between the work that you do as an engineering student and your ability to do well in school or your ambition?
I feel like it's a lot of different things you could do with engineering, and you can like problem solve, and it just all correlates to how Birmingham City prepared us. And we both went to the same middle school, WJ Christian, so I feel like the whole Birmingham City just prepared us and cultivated a problem-solving mindset.
Wow, I love that. What about you? So you agree with that?
So I agree with that also, but I think that engineering just as a field is multifaceted, so it teaches you both life skills and then also about the job specifically.
So let's talk about problem solving. Did you have a challenge in high school what challenge did you have in high school, and how were you able to overcome that challenge, or if you overcame that challenge? I'll start with you, man.
Yes, sir. So I would say my main challenge was time management.
Wow.
Specifically during my senior year, taking on jobs and then also trying to handle the responsibility of doing extracurriculars. So I had to learn more about time management.
Wow. What about you?
I would say the biggest challenge that I had is the fluctuating rankings in the class and just keeping my GPA up.
So you were very competitive and you wanted to make sure that your GPA was at the top.
Yes.
You did a good job of that. You guys are very unique in the fact that you started school in high school at the beginning of the pandemic, and your freshman year was virtual and part of it was in person. So talk a little bit about what lessons you learned during the pandemic about yourself.
I would say the lessons that I learned during the pandemic is to not take things for granted. Take advantage of every opportunity that you get and just seize the moment and be impactful wherever you go.
Do you think those lessons that you learned during that pandemic can help you in college and help your life?
I definitely believe that it will help me because I know that what I have can be stopped and I just have to keep moving forward.
Wow. What about you, sir?
So I think one of the most important lessons I learned during the pandemic was cherishing the family that you have and also spending more time with family.
Yeah, yeah. A lot of people during the pandemic lost family members. We lost a lot of staff members during the pandemic, and I guess you're right. Both of you are right. You know, you gotta seize the moment, and you have to make sure you make every moment count. If you guys could go to, because you're leaving, you're graduating from high school this month, and so if you guys could to meet a freshman going into George Washington Carver or a freshman going into Ramsey for next year, what advice would you give that freshman? Start with you.
The advice I would give the freshmen is to take advantage of every opportunity. There's a lot of opportunities that Birmingham Cities gives you, and I saw another one that just came out about traveling to Japan and dual
Oh
credit.
yeah, dual credit with Miles College.
And I was like, I wish I had that opportunity.
Yeah.
So just take advantage of everything that you get.
That's through a sister cities program, and we partnered with Miles College. It's outstanding. What about you, young man?
Yeah, so I would say high school is where you make it. So pretty much making sure that you attend office hours with the teachers, making sure that any tools or opportunities that you have connect with those teachers.
So we talked about engineering, and we talked about what you guys want to do in the future. So what colleges are you going to?
I plan on attending Alabama State, but I'm not finalized on my decision.
Okay, what about you, young man?
So I plan to attend Northeastern University in Boston.
Wow, that is a very impressive. I'm Dr. Mark Sullivan, Superintendent of Birmingham City Schools. I had the honor to sit here and talk to our salutatorians for the class of 2024 from Carver High School, from Ramsey High School. As you can see, success starts in Birmingham City Schools, and it starts with the students that we serve. Thank you.
The Birmingham Promise is a program that provides students in the Birmingham City Schools with the resources and support they need to achieve their dreams.
The beautiful thing about Birmingham Promise is that it gives you a chance. No matter if you didn't play sports, join clubs, have the highest GPA, this is your chance.
Through partnerships with local colleges and universities, the Birmingham Promise offers students the opportunity to pursue higher education tuition free. The Birmingham Promise offers students access to mentors, internships, and career development resources that chart a path to success.
Birmingham Promise has kept her from having to worry about the financial part of going to college. That way she can focus more on school, on her grades, and achieving her degree.
And this promise is not just for a select few. It is for every student in the Birmingham City Schools. Through the Birmingham Promise, students are given the tools they need to succeed in college and beyond. They are prepared for the workforce, and they are equipped with skills and knowledge to make a positive impact on their communities.
It was important for us to build this relationship with the Birmingham Promise because I'm a product of what can happen if we pour into our next generation.
Together, we can help every student in Birmingham City Schools achieve their dreams and reach their full potential.
Birmingham City Schools. Success starts here. Class of 2024.
Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. On behalf of Dr. Mark Sullivan, Superintendent of Schools, and the Birmingham Board of Education, I am Dr. Angela Day, Instructional Specialist. It is my privilege to welcome you to the Bill Harris Arena at the Birmingham Crossplex for the 2024 George Washington Carver High School graduation ceremony. Today, we celebrate their achievements, their hopes, their dreams, and their potential impact on society. Please stand as we welcome the George Washington Carver High School class of 2024.
Good morning to our esteemed superintendent, Dr. Mark Sullivan, board member, president, Mr. Jason Meadow, members of the Birmingham Board of Education, Mayor Randall Woodfin, members of the Birmingham City Council, other dignitaries, podium guests, parents, faculty, and staff in attendance. I am Tiki Hines, principal of the esteemed George Washington Carver High School. And it is my honor and privilege to call to order the Class of 2024 Commencement Ceremony. In the words of George Washington Carver, there is no shortcut to achievement. Most of you have been in school for at least 12 years. You counted by the years. You could have counted by the classes or credits needed to earn. But we are counting towards the same goal, graduation. And each of you are here because you've met that goal. The goal that you have set for yourself has not only affected you as an individual, but you have served as a Carver High School change agent. With 15 of you with dual enrollment, 4 AIDT completions, 5 students enrolled in the military, 35 seniors enrolled in AP courses, 13 to receive a seal of biliteracy, 98% graduation rate, 93% CCR, and over $5 million in scholarship. You all are truly holding to Carver's standard of excellence. You all have accomplished great things, and we are beyond proud. Now you are crossing a threshold to your next phase in life. Many of you are moving on to college or a career or to serve in one of the branches of the military. There is no right or wrong path. It is your option to choose, and it is available to you because you've completed your course and you have earned the credentials that you needed to make it all possible. Last, but certainly not least, take advantage of every and each opportunity that lies ahead of you and continue to learn and grow to create a life of success and prosperity that each of you deserve. Nevertheless, always remember, there is no shortcut to achievement. With pride, respect, dignity, I call to order the 2024 Commencement Ceremony for Carver High School.
Good morning. Please stand for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please remain standing for prayer.
Good morning. May I please bow your heads. Heavenly Father, we thank you for today. We thank you for this opportunity to celebrate this moment of a new beginning. As one journey ends and another one begins, we continue to pray for better and brighter days, for the best days are yet to come. Father, we know that these past few years have been filled with trials, tribulations, and challenges, but we have overcame and conquered them, and now we are standing here among conquerors. And for this, we say thank you. God, we are truly grateful that there is still breath in our bodies. For God, we know that there is a purpose for every breath we take. God, we thank you for reminding us that there is greatness in our inventory, that there is greatness within us. God, continue to give us wisdom, direction, and discernment to help us hold up and achieve our goals. Father God, continue to guide us to our full potential, for we have gifts and talents that has yet to be born to this nation. God, as we enter into this new journey, we know that it won't be easy, but I ask that you continue to be the light, guiding us on our paths. We may attempt to throw in the towel, we may get knocked down, but we won't be destroyed. For God, you said in your words, Romans chapter 8, verse 28, and for now we know that all things work together for good to them that love God and to them who are called according to his purpose. So on this day, I declare that the class of 2024 shall walk in our purpose, and it may be filled with love, joy, peace, and happiness. Amen. You may be seated.
Good morning to Superintendent Dr. Mark Sullivan, Mayor Randall Woodfin, Instructional Superintendent Dr. Charles Willis, Board President Jason Meadows, Principal Ms. Tiki Hines, students, family, friends, and all other distinguished guests. My name is Michaela Gibbons, and I'm honored to stand before you today as your proud salutatorian of the class of 2024. Today marks a successful checkpoint of years of hard work and dedication. Without my Carver family, I would not be here today, telling each of you how much you've impacted my life by pushing me to come out my shell and thrive on and off the court. Success is a journey, not a destination. My experience here at Carver would definitely be one to remember. It came with great memories. I truly love my volleyball teammates and all we accomplished together. I appreciate Coach Meg for pushing me to exceed both academically and athletically. This piece of my journey has impacted me deeply and has taught me many life lessons that will carry me after high school. To my teachers and mentors who have guided me along this journey, thank you. Without the unwavering support of these educators, I would not have made it this far. I know that trials in life will happen that will make us unsure of the future, but the important thing to remember is that we will be okay with God on our side. Let that give you the assurance you need to be strong. Always follow your heart. Enjoy the journey and never settle for anything less. Throughout this journey, I have developed into a person who is not afraid of change. I have always believed that I would play collegiate volleyball, but I decided I just wanted to focus on schooling. Although 3 of my siblings went to Alabama A&M, I will be attending Alabama State in the fall, because that's where my journey is leading me. While following your journey, be strong and courageous. While following your journey, do not be frightened and do not be dismayed. For the Lord your God is with you wherever you go. With that said, sometimes life takes you to unexpected places, but nonetheless, enjoy it and keep moving forward. To my beloved class of 2024, our high school education has given us the tools to be successful. As we leave here today, let us carry the values and lessons we have learned. Let's move forward with the courage and tenacity that it takes to be a leader and change agent in an ever-evolving world. Always remembering that success is a journey, not a destination. As we close this chapter, we have to continue on into this new phase of life. Class of 2024, let us walk boldly into our new journeys. Thank you and congratulations, we did it.
Good morning. To Superintendent Dr. Mark Sullivan, Instructional Superintendent Dr. Charles Willis, Mayor Randall Woodfin, Board President Jason Meadows, Principal Mrs. Tiki Hines, students, family, friends, and all other distinguished guests. My name is Erica Elizabeth Limas Lopez, and it is with great pride and humility that I stand before you today as the valedictorian of the George Washington Carver High School class of 2024. First and foremost, I want to express my gratitude to God. If it wasn't for Him, I wouldn't be here. In every step, decision, and person, He was there helping me persevere and achieve everything I have. I give all glory and honor to Him. Many of my peers and teachers will be surprised to know that Erica Limas Lopez, the valedictorian of her class and proud Salvadorian immigrant, worried about attending college. Not many people know the journey it has taken me to get here today. My story begins in El Salvador. Because of the poor economic conditions in my home country, my parents decided to pursue the American dream in the United States to create a better life for us. When I was only 2 years old, my parents traveled to the United States, leaving my older sister and I with our grandmother. 4 years later, my mother returned to El Salvador. It was time for my sister It was time for my sister and I to come to the United States. Because my mother knew that I would not leave my grandmother, since I was very close to her, she told me we were just going to the store. That trip to the store forever changed my life. Being in an unfamiliar country while working on a new relationship with my parents was not easy. Not only did we have to learn how to be a family, I had to learn a new language, new customs, and a new way to live. In school, I was labeled an English learner. It was a hard transition from being able to freely express myself to having to rely on an individual or program to communicate for me. I was treated differently by my peers and my teachers because I could not express myself like I could in Spanish. Although I had a language barrier, I took my studies seriously and never gave up on my goals. Throughout my school years, there is one verse that has always stuck with me. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. Philippians 4:13. This verse has always been in my mind every time I feel like I could not take it anymore and wanted to give up. Every time limits were presented to me, every time there was a trial in my life, there were times when the doors of certain opportunities were closed to me, but God opened new doors that were for my good. This fall, I have a new door opening for me. I am proud to say that I will continue my studies at Stanford University. I want to thank my family who has been there for me, supporting me, and cheering me on. para mi papi y mami. No hay palabras suficientes que describan el amor y la gratitud que tengo por ustedes. Gracias por todo el sacrificio que han hecho por mí, por el sacrificio de cruzar la frontera bajo el calor del día y el frío de la noche, por el arduo trabajo que hacen todos los días para que yo tenga un futuro exitoso. Yo soy quien soy ahora gracias a su amor, paciencia, apoyo y ejemplo. Con ustedes aprendí a amar, a ser valiente, a esforzarme por mis sueños y a confiar en Dios. On behalf of my classmates, thank you parents and guardians for being there every step of their lives. This achievement is not only theirs, but also yours. To the teachers, counselors, and administrators, we appreciate your guidance, support, patience, and assistance in getting ready for our next journey. Fellow classmates, don't let things or people limit you from fulfilling your dreams. Sometimes doors will close for you all, like it did for me, but it is so that you can find the path that corresponds to you. I encourage you to not give up, even if the path seems difficult. Remember that there is a greater reward. Remember this moment. We are here because of the effort we put into our high school years. We can also see how our efforts have lifted Carver up. In 2022, Carver was on the failing list for the 6th year in a row. Many doubted us and held us in low esteem. They thought that nothing good comes out of school attended by African Americans, Hispanics, and other minority groups. But look at us now. We were persistent and we proved them wrong. We are showing them that skin color or where we come from does not prevent us from succeeding. In conclusion, we are gathered here to close this chapter of our lives and open a new one. Although it is bittersweet to say goodbye to Carver, we know that we leave a legacy. Thank you very much for your time and for listening, and may God bless each one of you. And once again, congratulations to the class of 2024.
Good morning and buenos dias. My name is Brad Hodge. On behalf of the Carver counseling team, I am the counselor for the class of 2024. To our principal, Ms. Tiki Hines, Superintendent Dr. Mark Sullivan, Mayor Randall Woodfin, members of the Birmingham Board of Education and Birmingham City Schools. To the Carver High School administration, faculty, staff, and all present today. I have the humble honor of presenting you the candidates for graduation for George Washington Carver High School, the class of 2024. These young men and women have met the requirements for graduation as set by the Alabama State Department of Education and the Birmingham Board of Education. Felicidades, graduadas y amigos. Congratulations, graduates and my friends.
Jose Alarcon. Measley Arenas. Santos Arias. Lily Augustine. Jemiah Austin. Vicente Barriga. Jacoria Barron. Maritza Badell. Berta Bajarano. Tanaya Benefield. Tidesha Blackman. Daryl Bogan. Takira Brown. Terrell Boyd. Isaiah Shavers. Eben Coleman. Deantarius Coates. Haley Dates. Daniel Dominguez Martinez. Alberto Espinoza. Lamaya Farley. Kendarius Ferguson. Marcarius Florence. Diana Freeman. Eduardo Garcia Perez. Michaela Gibbons. Yasmin Gray. Shania Green. Cammie Griffin. Alexandria Hall Chambers. Malik Haynes. Crystal Hubbard. Jamarion Hudson. Naheem Hicks. Amaya Jackson. Willie James. Demaya Johnson. Kiamber Johnson. Raven Johnson. Malia Johnson Taylor. Jaden Jones. Aaliyah Junius. Kamaria King. Kiana King. Xavier Lane. Jasmine Lewis. Erica Lemus Lopez. Kalea Malone. Janicia Marina. Nashala Marshall. Omarion Martin. Ricky Matthews. Dominic McAfee. Caleb Mintzer. Demetria McBride. Genesis Meza Alonso. Jaden Milner. Amelia Moore. Tamia Motley. Jacoby Myers. Jeremiah Norris. Jacqueline Pablo Aguilar. Zamira Page. Jose Pearson. Nakia Purdue. Ashley Perez. Lamarius Ragland. Kendall Rhodes. Arian Riggs. Sharif Robinson. Juan Rodriguez Macedo. Janaya Roseman. Karina Savage Mosley. Chantrice Scott. Trinity Scott. Morgan Shaw. Denise Shell. Aubrey Shepard. Malik Sims. Jeremiah Smith. Kelvin Smith. Melina Sosa Hernandez. Melissa Sosa Hernandez. Tyler Southall. Javian Stanton. Emmett Starks. Demarius Story. Jalen Thomas. Runmel Thomas. All right, team. Tamarcus Threet. Nicoria Townsend. Christopher Trice. Victor West. Aaron White. Reese White. Marcus Woods. And our last graduate, Braden Wright. Excuse me. Let's take a moment and recognize our graduates that could not be here to participate. Deshaun Chaplin, Chancellor Coleman, and Cornelius Craig. Congratulations, class of 2024.
I, Tiki Hines, present to you the candidates for graduation for George Washington Carver, class of 2024. Dr. Sullivan, it is my privilege to present to you the 2024 senior class of George Washington Carver High School. These students have satisfactorily completed all Alabama High School graduation requirements for the Alabama High School Diploma as prescribed by the Alabama State Department of Education and the Birmingham Board of Education. Superintendent Sullivan, at this time, Please confer the Alabama High School diploma upon these students.
Thank you, Ms. Hines. By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Alabama State Department of Education, the Birmingham Board of Education, as Superintendent of Birmingham City Schools, it is my honor and privilege to hereby confer upon you, seniors of George Washington Carver High School, the Alabama High School Diploma, with all rights, privileges, and responsibilities entitled. You are now graduates of Birmingham City Schools.
Class of 2024. Let me get you guys to stand up. You may now turn your tassels. And you have already joined us in saluting the class of 2024. Congratulations.